In my previous video, we talked about downsizing your camera package and how sometimes less can be more. Click the link at the top if you haven't watched it already. And because of that, every single video on this channel has been shot on an iPhone with a small and expensive microphone. So, today I figure we go over the process of filming YouTube videos on your smartphone. And this works whether you have an Android phone or an Apple device. Hi, my name is Jorge. Welcome. On this channel, we try to merge creativity and productivity to try to live a more fulfilling life. Getting a project started can be one of the most important steps. Done is better than perfect. So today I figure we go through the process of just grabbing this, which everybody has one of these, a smartphone, and a cheap and expensive microphone, and making this. This video is going to be divided in two sections: the video quality or the video settings, and the audio quality or the audio settings. We'll talk about recommendations and suggestions and tips, so let's get started. Audio is one of the most underrated aspects of filmmaking, but is actually one of the most important as well. A lot of people can forgive underexposed video, grainy video, bad looking colors, but they cannot forgive bad audio. They will just disengage, click off, watch something else. So I definitely recommend using an external microphone. The internal audio recorded on devices like this, an iPhone, an Android device, a mirrorless camera, or a cinema camera is absolute garbage, and is only used for scratch audio and for syncing. This is what the built-in audio sounds on my iPhone, and it's absolute garbage for two reasons. Number one, the microphone is bad. As simple as that. Number two, it's too far away from the source, so it sounds echoey and noisy because of that. The easiest way to correct this is to use something like this. As you can see in here, we have a couple solutions. Number one is to use the included earpods with your iPhone. They don't look as cool as you can tell, but at the very least the microphone is a lot closer to your mouth, so it records the audio a lot better than just your device. If you're the owner of AirPods though, you can also use these. And the third option is to use an external microphone. Now in this category, there's tons of microphones. There's very simple ones like this Rode Video Micro. There's more advanced ones like the Video Mic NTG, where you have audio levels and a built-in battery. But the important thing is to remember to use a separate audio device, and that audio device has to be as close as possible to your source. In this case, my microphone is right here out of frame. The Rode Video Micro comes with this cord that attaches directly to a mirrorless camera or a DSLR. But for using with your iPhone, you need to get a specific cable called the SC7, plug it in directly to a lighting adapter, and that's it. Most people nowadays own a smartphone, and every smartphone comes with a built-in camera app. However, these apps don't leverage the full quality of the sensor. So because of that, I recommend using Filmic Pro. Filmic Pro is not just a random app, it's a filmmaking tool that lets you leverage the highest quality video you can get from your phone. Things like CBRS, peaking, white balance, manual exposure, shutter speed, all these things you should be controlling manually to get the highest quality possible. This video is not a dedicated tutorial for the Filmic Pro app, but I could make one of those if you're interested. Leave a comment down below if you are. However, there's a couple rules that you should keep in mind when recording with this app. The 180-degree rule, very simple. Always keep your shutter speed double your frame rate. So if you're shooting at 24 frames, you keep it at 1/48th of a second. If you're shooting at 30 frames, 1/60th of a second, so on and so forth. Always check your white balance before shooting and not after. It's a lot easier to correct before you start shooting. There are ways to try to fix it later in post-production, but there's no guarantee that you'll get it 100%. So take a moment before you start recording and set up your white balance. And obviously set up your settings before you start recording, like resolution and frame rate. These are things that cannot be changed after, so you have to do it before you start recording. And the last thing I want to mention about video quality is light. Cameras need a lot more light than the human eye. If you don't have an LED panel or a light dome like this, you can just stand right next to a window or shoot outside. But remember, make sure you have enough light so your videos look somewhat decent and not grainy or dark or underexposed. My setup is very simple. I have my iPhone 8 Plus and I have a Rode microphone out of frame with an extension cord that goes all the way to my phone, so it's already synced. But you could record audio separately and then sync it later in post, and that's one of the best ways to do it. What I'll do right now, I'm gonna switch my video NTG for the Rode Video Micro so you have both an example of video and audio of what you can get with a small package like this. Alright, we're back. I've removed the video NTG from the microphone stand and I installed the Rode Micro. What you're hearing right now is completely on the Rode Micro. Alright, we're back. I've removed the video NTG from the microphone stand and I installed the Rode Micro. What you're hearing right now is completely on the Rode Micro. It's a fairly decent microphone, and it is the microphone that I started using for my first 3 to 4 videos on this channel before I upgraded to this one right here. The Rode Video Micro is fairly inexpensive and the quality is really high compared to the built-in audio on your device, or even something like your AirPods, for example. So I definitely recommend you start with a Video Micro, and later on you can upgrade to an NTG, or an NTG5, an NTG3, or even a Sennheiser MK416. Okay, you got a good demo on the audio. Now I'm gonna switch back the microphones and we'll finish this video. Alright, and we're back to using the Rode NTG. I have the video mic right here on the table. So for those of you wondering and wanting to make YouTube videos, a Rode Video Micro is a must. Not only is it inexpensive, but it significantly improves your audio quality, but it can also give you the confidence to just start. Done is better than perfect. This entire YouTube channel is just an example of what you can get with just a phone and just an entry-level microphone, but it is time to upgrade. So in the next couple of videos, I'll be exploring and looking into buying different cameras, maybe a Panasonic GH5 or a Fujifilm X-T4, and upgrading the video quality as well. If you would like to see an in-depth tutorial for Filmic Pro or your audio settings, then leave a comment down below. I'd be happy to make a tutorial explaining the settings and how to step by step. If you found this video helpful, please like and subscribe. There's a lot more ideas, a lot more content that I'd like to explore together. Thank you very much for your time and giving me your energy, and good luck with your creative process.